Welcome back to Cheddar. Waymo is driving fully autonomous innovation as more and more people show an interest in the technology. At this week's all-virtual CES, the company discussed regulation of the growing space. Earlier today, I sat down with David Quinalty, head of federal policy and government affairs at Waymo, to find out more. Take a look.
Obviously, we're still dealing with the pandemic and the lessons that we'll be learning about how consumer expectations may change in the long run. We haven't fully seen, but for Waymo, taking the human driver out of the vehicle holds great promise for making our roads safer, for helping people get to where they need to go more easily, and perhaps also to help keep people safe, or keep people healthy, I should say. In addition to that, the pandemic has certainly seen a big desire for more delivery. And at Waymo, we started Waymo Via, our delivery business line, last fall, where we focus on putting the Waymo driver, our automated system, into various different delivery platforms, including heavy-duty trucks and for local delivery. We see immense potential for this technology in delivery applications as well as for ride-hailing.
Yeah, with such a broad range of applications, it does bring up the question of regulation. You worked in the Senate for over a decade. What is the experience that you bring to help to inform the regulation that might need to be applied to autonomous technology?
I mean, personally, I worked at the intersection between emerging technologies and heavily regulated industries during my time in the Senate. And that's exactly where autonomous vehicles find themselves today. Now, at the federal level, our rules and regulations actually allow for fully autonomous vehicles to be deployed onto the roads safely, which is exactly what Waymo has done. Back in October, we launched Waymo One, our fully autonomous commercial ride-hailing service in the Metro Phoenix area. And the federal laws strike a good balance between allowing for AV innovation, as well as ensuring the federal government has ample tools to keep our public roads safe while they, over time, modernize our vehicle safety regulations to reflect a world where there's no humans behind the wheel.
Yeah, David, and when we talk about new technologies, terminology is so important. I understand Waymo decided not to use self-driving and had announced that a while back. How does that impact how regulators approach the technology and also just how consumers psychologically think about the technology?
Absolutely. For Waymo, we think terminology and just generally how we talk about our technology is so critically important. At the end of the day, people need to understand what the capabilities are of their vehicles. And it's incumbent upon us as a developer to be clear in communicating that to them. There's a lot of different types of technologies out there when it comes to motor vehicles, and consumers need to understand what their vehicle can do. No one wants to be in a situation where they may be overconfident in the capabilities of their vehicle and end up in a situation that jeopardizes their safety or the safety of those around them. And for Waymo, describing our technology as fully autonomous, where the Waymo driver is ultimately autonomously driving the vehicle, it makes the most sense to us. And we really encourage everyone in the industry to focus on how they communicate and to do so with care, because at the end of the day, public confidence and public trust is going to be critical for this technology to have the maximum benefit it can for the American people.
David, the Biden-Harris administration is set to begin in just a few days. How do you foresee them viewing and treating autonomous technology under that administration? What are you looking forward to as far as pros and perhaps cons?
Well, from my perspective, I think we imagine the Biden administration is going to continue the bipartisan work that the U.S. Department of Transportation has been doing for the last several years on autonomous technology. The Obama administration started working on this, and the current outgoing administration has done a lot more work to prepare for a fully autonomous world. President-elect Biden has talked about ensuring that the American auto industry, quote, wins the 21st century. And there's really no way to do that without fostering the safe and timely deployment of full autonomous vehicles. So we really think that they're going to focus on this, and we're looking forward to working with them like we have on a bipartisan basis over the last several years.